Welcome back to another video with Havoc the Degen. I'm Havoc the Degen, and I'm welcoming you. Today we're going to be going over another project that I really like. This one is called Grape Finance, and if you haven't heard of them yet, I definitely encourage you to look them up. But before we dive in, please remember this is not financial advice, should not be considered financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Consider this somewhere between a mix of education and entertainment, where I'm going over a project that I think is pretty cool. And just as a disclaimer, I have worked with Grape in the past with their marketing. So I'm not being paid to do this video. I'm doing this video on my own, but I do have connections to the project, and I want to make sure that you know that going into this, because I want to make sure that you can make the best decisions for you. With that, let's talk about some tasty fruits and beverages. What is Grape Finance? Well, if you've ever been in one, then you know this is a tomb fork. Now, what's different about this one, though, is that it's actually pegged one-to-one with MIM, making Grape an algorithmic stablecoin. Now, it's not always going to be at that peg, but that is the intention if you're familiar with tomb forks. Currently, they're sitting at a little under $3 million in total value locked, and Grape is priced at $1.03. So it is really close to that price of MIM, which is what I like to see. Somewhere where it's healthy, it's slightly above peg. It's not 5, 10, 20x peg, where you know that sooner or later it's going to drop massively and you're going to be in trouble. Real quick though, if you're enjoying this content, if you're finding some value here, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 100 subscribers as soon as possible. And don't forget to follow on Twitter. You'll see the link down below in the description. Click the like button, drop a comment, all that fun stuff. You know how it works. So how does this work? Well, if you're not familiar with the tomb forks or the seigniorage algorithms, what's happening inside of this protocol is that you're staking Grape with MIM in a liquidity pool, or staking wine MIM or grape wine or any of these other combinations. And when you're staking that, you're earning their share token, which is called wine. Now, at the current pricing, you're earning a daily APR of 0.88%. That's almost 1% ROI daily. And again, because Grape is paired with MIM, there's very little impermanent loss as the price fluctuates, assuming that it's not shooting 5, 10x over or going way below. And so as you earn more of that share token, you're going to take those share tokens, you're going to go over to the winery, and you're going to stake those. Now, wine is earning approximately 1.72% daily ROI. And how that works is it's actually creating more grape. So as more people jump into the protocol, they start buying more grape. Grape price starts to go up. And as you stake that, you earn wine. You stake the wine, and that creates more grape, bringing that price back down closer to the peg. And so what's really great here is that you're using something that's pegged to a stable coin. Again, assuming that price isn't fluctuating massively, you're earning an amazing ROI on something that's typically pretty stable. So let's look at their chart real quick. You see, right now we're at $1.03. Over here, a few days ago, we were at $1.11. So it came down to $1.07, went up to $1.11. Now we're at $1.03. And you can see there has been spikes. It's gone up, it's gone down a couple times. There was a huge spike right there. Somebody bought a bunch, brought it back down to peg shortly after. And we're sitting, again, just above the peg, which is what you want in one of these. Because if it goes below the peg, what they do is they sell bonds right here, and you can buy those when Grape is below the peg, and that'll help it bring the price back up. So again, it's a constant balancing act of keeping it right around that place that it is pegged to. And if we go in and we take a look on Snow Trace, you're going to see we have over 1,500, almost 1,600 holders. So this isn't yet blown up. This isn't really at its capacity that I think it's capable of. I think this is still early. I think a lot of people have been watching Grape to see where it ended up and see it go below peg. It was above peg for, I believe, 200 epochs, and it just went below peg for the first time the other day, and it came immediately back up, and now we're staying in that range where it should be. So I think a lot of people have been watching it, waiting to see what's going to happen. Are they going to be able to get to peg? Are they going to hold their peg? And I believe in the next week, in the next coming weeks, we're going to see this project slowly, or maybe even quickly, grow in a big way. I understand people not buying it when it's $5 per grape. However, now that it's at that peg, now that it's there, I think we're going to see a lot of people moving into this. We'll probably see the APRs come down slightly, but I think right now is a great time to get into this project project. And that's why I'm looking at it so carefully and why I'm sharing it here today. But what I really like about Grape is because there's some volatility to it, you're still getting these crazy APRs. And yeah, it's not 20% a day, but it's not that super Degen ROI. That's not what it's meant to be. I like to think of it more of a Degen savings account. I don't know about you, but I just have a hard time leaving my stables in something giving me 8% or 10% or whatnot, especially when I know that I can get half to a full percent per day on something pegged to a stable, assuming that stays relatively consistent. And again, you toss money in the vineyard, staking to MIM, you're earning that APR right there, but you're earning it in wine. So then you go to the winery, you put your wine back in here, and you're earning another 1.72% daily APY or APR. Now, if we go into their docs, you're going to see they've actually been KYC'd and they've had it audited. They've been KYC'd. And if you visit their Discord, you're going to see that they have a very strong community with a lot of really smart people that are in there helping other people get started. Another cool thing that they do is they have strategies based on where they're at with the peg. So you can see based on their TWAP right now, which if you're not familiar with that term, it is the time weighted average price. So they're at 1.04, 1.03, right in that range. And they're giving you the strategy to use to get the best return out of it. You'll see zone 2 protocol goals, compound grape and wine. We have reached a healthy price range for grape. Now we want to keep this price of grape in this zone. And then you'll see they actually have another spot down here where you can use Asgard DAO multiplier strategy, or you can go down and you can use the Grape and Hermes finance strategy. So there's multiple different strategies that you can use to get the best yields while you're putting your Degen money in your Degen savings account or whatever you want to call it. Another thing to notice, they have the weekly wine raffle. So you can buy into the raffle and you can actually win wine. They're also on Beefy Finance. They're on Yield Wolf. So if you like auto compounding as opposed to having to come in here and pull your rewards out and move those over, you can use Beefy or Yield Wolf. But now let's talk about some of the stuff that they're actually working on, because if you go in their Discord, you're going to hear about some things that haven't really been announced yet. So I encourage you to check out their Discord. I'll put a link down below in the description, but go in there, check it out. And when you hear about some of the stuff that they're working on right now, I think you're going to be excited. And then you've got their roadmap, which talks about some of the other stuff that they're planning to work on. So they've got NFT drops for LPs and wine holders that are going to have exclusive access to some of the new developments that are coming out. They're talking about auto repaying loans using yielding strategy, leverage positions. So I don't know what that exactly means coming from them. However, maybe it's something along the lines of what the Abracadabra stand does. NFT staking with some gamification, partner with various projects in the ecosystem to improve token utilization in farms, lending, borrowing, and exchange. They've already started to do that. You can see that when you go to the Launchpad current partners. They're partnered with Asgard, they're partnered with Hermes. So they're not just another protocol with this pipe dream roadmap. They're actually making progress. They're actually making those connections. They're delivering on the roadmap that they already have, and they're adding more to it. They're working on revamping the website, chain link integrations, some cool stuff there. One of the things I think is really awesome is the lending and borrowing of grape and wine. Ultimately, as you dive into their roadmap, as you talk to more of the people involved on their Discord or in their Discord, and you get more of a feel for what the project is trying to do, what they're aiming to become. I mean, it really feels like Grape is intending to build a stable coin that has use case, that allows borrowing, that allows lending, that'll have its own ecosystem with the NFTs and the games you just saw on the roadmap. They're also talking about multi-chain. They're talking about nodes. But ideally, having a stable coin or a pegged stable coin that's able to earn you somewhere between 300 and 600% APR. Again, that's why I call it a Degen savings account. I'm really excited about the project that they're talking about with nodes, which is still early in the announcements phase. They mentioned it the other day in the Discord, so I would encourage you to get in there and check that out. So again, just to recap, stable pegged 1-to-1 to MIM, high APRs, realistic roadmap that they've already been delivering on. I think Grape is a really interesting project with a ton of potential. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm definitely putting some more into this one, especially with the market where it's at right now. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know. Are you in Grape? You love Grape? Are you not in Grape? Is there a reason? Tell me about it. I would love to hear. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.